Do you have a streaming service and share your password with a family member or friend? The CEO of Spectrum says, naughty, naughty.
Xbox, Twitter, Uber,
Postmates,
Netflix, MoviePass,
Google,
Facebook, eBay,
DoorDash,
Apple, Amazon, Airbnb,
The Apptrepreneur. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. If this is your first time here and you happen to like this video, please do me a huge favor. Click that subscribe button and ring that bell notification for notifications of new content that we're uploading on a near daily basis. We do a lot of things, talk about a lot of different subjects involving the app world, technology, just all that stuff. And you'll want to be notified when we talk about that stuff. And today we are talking about streaming services, particularly Disney Plus, because Disney Plus is a big deal right now. It is actually on track to have 20 million subscribers by the end of the year. For reference, Netflix has about 147 million. So Disney Plus is catching up fast, and Netflix is even expected to lose 4 million subscribers because of Disney Plus. I don't know if they're going to lose that many, but they'll probably lose a few. Well, the CEO of Spectrum, which is an internet cable provider, they are actually my internet cable provider, just to kind of let you know, is kind of looking at the situation and he's noticing something. A lot of these streaming platforms let you activate multiple devices, and he wants to see that that gets trimmed down significantly. So according to Cord Cutter News, Spectrum CEO wants to limit Disney Plus and other streaming services. Recently, Spectrum CEO Tom Rutledge has been aggressively campaigning about password sharing. During the parent company behind Spectrum Charter's earnings call, CEO Tom Rutledge went after live TV streaming services like PlayStation Vue for offering up to 5 streams at once. Well, that was probably a poor target to pick. PlayStation Vue isn't going to be around after next year, so they're hardly your concern, but whatever. Now at today's UBS Global TMT conference, Tom Rutledge is going after Disney Plus and others because they allow more than 2 streams per household. Mr. Rutledge's complaint is that most households only have about 2 people in them, so when services that offer more than 2 streams, it encourages password sharing. He specifically listed the ability to stream Disney Plus on 4 devices at once when examining why this leads to password sharing. I do get a little bit what he's saying. Disney Plus is not something that most people in the house would need multiple streams of. It's not like someone's like, well, I want to watch DuckTales, I want to watch Mandalorian, I want to watch Recess, and no one can decide, so everyone gets their own tablet and they all watch their own stuff. No, you know what they're doing? They're all watching The Mandalorian, and in some cases, maybe Lady and the Tramp. We tried watching Noelle, it wasn't very good. But here's the thing. It is true that many services provide many devices that you can put your service on. And people share the password. I'm not going to say I do this, but I know people who do. And I understand that it's usually extremely generous, probably more than what you need. You probably, in most households, would want to put your streaming service on 2 devices. Your TV, which would be either your Xbox One, your Apple TV, your PlayStation 4, whatever, your Roku, and a tablet. That's usually the 2 devices you will mostly need for movies. And yet, I have services that allow up to 7 devices. Like, so if I want, I can put it on my Apple TV, I can put it on my Xbox One, I can put it on my PlayStation 4, I can put it on my mobile phone, I can put it on my Surface. It's actually ridiculous how many devices I can put it on. And if I was a less, honest person, I might even go to friends and say, hey, give me $2 a month and you can have access to this stream. That, especially since all these services have multiple profiles. I understand why this is an issue. On the other hand, you are paying for a service, and there are people who like to have these services on all their devices because they just don't want to be inconvenienced. They never know when they're going to need them. So by limiting them, you create a problem for the consumer who's not doing anything wrong. But let's continue. Streaming products have been sold with 5 streams and with no location-based kind of security. Most households in the United States have 2 or less people in them, and as a result of that, there are more streams than there are households available for free, Rutledge said during the recent earnings call. And by sharing passwords and by not having location-based or subscriber-based relationships with those streams, And the fact that TV Everywhere allows for massive numbers of streams replicated through virtual MVPs and so forth, it's just too easy to get the product without paying for it. Again, I understand. And that's probably one of the reasons why they're not going to get rid of physical media or digital download sales anytime soon. Because as much as they would want you to subscribe, it is extra money and they're going to want to pocket their pocketbooks with that. Spectrum reached out to say that they did not target a specific streaming service, but talked about streaming in general after the third quarter earnings call. Spectrum seems to think that password sharing is the main cause of their subscriber loss. The hope here seems to be that if they can crack down on password sharing, they could reduce their subscriber losses. To crack down on password sharing, Spectrum has teamed up with Fox, Disney, and Ace. Exactly how they plan to work together to block password sharing is unknown, but reports are that they hope to exchange data about who is using logins for third-party apps from those different services. The question now is how successful will they be? Only time will tell, but it seems that Spectrum hopes that this new effort to block password sharing will help reduce cord cutting. Well, let me tell you what's going to happen with this, because there's VPNs out there, the virtual privacy networks. And people who are using their Netflix and their Disney Plus and their Hulu illegally, they are going to just simply watch with a VPN, so you can't track where they are. And yeah, you could, in a sense, suspend people who use those. You can say, hey, this person's not being on it. We sense this person's not being honest about where they are. They're probably using a VPN blocker. We're going to suspend them. But then you are going to suspend a legitimate customer who has real reasons for wanting to use that VPN, particularly since I travel sometimes. So like when I went to like Germany, I couldn't stream anything because it was region blocked. So what did I do? I signed up for a VPN for like 30 days and blocked my region, and so then I could stream whatever I wanted. And then, by the way, I could also like look at what was on Netflix in Japan. Turns out Sailor Moon is on Netflix in Japan. It's like, wow. It's funny the region differences. So you're going to eventually kick off a legitimate customer who has real reason for using that VPN. Now, look, I'm not saying you shouldn't try at all to fight this, but I think the current system is fair. It really is. You know, you have people who are tech, and here's the thing: you don't know if they're not paying for it. I know a family right now who was thinking about getting Disney Plus, but wasn't sure they wanted to spend $7 a month. So what do? They find out that they have 4 devices. They got 2 friends together. They split the cost 3 ways, and they bought a Disney Plus subscription. Now, you might be saying, well, instead of paying for 3 subscriptions, they're paying for 1. What you should be thinking is those are 3 people who had no intention of ever subscribing to Disney Plus, but now you're making 1 subscription. It's complicated, and I don't know exactly what the solution is. I do acknowledge it's a bit of a problem, and we probably should talk about it a little bit more than we are. In the meantime, though, hey, enjoy your Disney Plus or your Netflix or your Hulu or your Crunchyroll or your Criterion channel, whatever. Just enjoy it and try to leave the password sharing to a minimum because they're coming after it and we want to keep it around for as long as we can. But anyway, that's where I'm going to end this. What do all of you folks think? Do you agree, disagree? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but as little as $1 a month. It goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly and you get access to my private Discord server. And if gas prices are getting you just a little down, check out the Get Upside app below. It's totally free, but you get cash back on every gas purchase. If you want more content from me, check them out at Kevin T. Rodriguez, the Apptrepreneur vlogs, and Autograph Found. And finally, if you want to talk to me or other fellow streaming consultant fans, check us out at Facebook at the Apptrepreneur Hangouts. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.